So now get ready to welcome to the stage poet and musician David Lawton. David Lawton and his group Hydrogen Jukebox have a new... sorry, what was that? Junkbox. Junkbox. God damn it. Fuck. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you. I needed that. Calling me in there. All right, so Hydrogen Junkbox have a new album, Pixie Dust, available on all streaming services. Now everybody, give it up for David Lawton.
Everywhere I go, it's poetry. Poetry is there for me. And if it's there for me, it's there for you. We are only different shades of blue. It's John Ford's Monument Valley or Miss O'Keeffe's Red Clay Plateaus. The giant steps taken by Coltrane and Debussy's ringing glissandos. It's Yastremski in left, Clemente in right. It's MJ gliding into the paint. It's number 4, Bobby Orr, suspended in air with the winning score. The Chrysler Building silver flash, a lone figure in Tiananmen Square. The little Hispanic girl's smile in the Chinese restaurant. That album covers diamond raindrops sparkling Marvin Gaye's hair. And Christ in the desert, to me, the sweetest poesy. In the heat of that vast moment, a cooling ointment deeply burning into me. Wherever you may go, they say that's where you are, but poetry is what it does to you. Poetry is what you take away. Poetry is something to leave behind when you reach your end of day. Yes. I don't want to break it. That piece was from my collection from Three Rooms Press that goes back 10 years. I wanted to give a variety. This is a variety show, so I wanted to give a variety, and I kind of throw all kinds of different shit at the wall. But I picked stuff that was kind of performative for you today, as a gift for you all. So this is a prose poem, but it really could just be considered a monologue that was in a journal recently. I write a lot about the Boston area and the seacoast in New Hampshire because that's where I grew up. And so this piece is called Cavity Search. I found out my father bought our summer cottage from a bank-robbing dentist on the North Shore. Everybody there called him Doc, like, "What's up, Doc?" Said he always had a smile on his face and a lollipop for every kid. But while he was raking in the bucks, drilling patients' teeth in his gleaming porcelain practice, they didn't know Doc was blowing it all on the ponies at Rockingham Park or the craps table in the back room of the Kiwanis Club. Things got so bad, he started making book on the side and appeared in court as an alibi witness for a known mobster he was indebted to. This mobster used him as part of his crew, specializing in armored car heists. One day, Doc gave the all-clear sign in the parking lot of the Newburyport Shopping Center to hit a Brinks truck making a drop. Then the feds sprung their trap and dragged the gang, including the dentist, off to the big house, leaving me back in the cottage with a sneaking suspicion. It was almost like a family connection, living in the same house as Doc, only with danger and fortune and a shot of Novocaine. Our cellar is not finished. There's a sand dune that breaks up on one side, climbing to the front wall. Even in the worst summer heat, that sand is as cool as cold, hard cash. All that practice drilling cavities would have been great preparation for Doc to make holes to fill with those white cloth sacks with dollar signs printed on them. That's what you do with FU money. Blackbeard's lost treasure, Egyptian grave goods, that hidden chamber of riches in the Arabian Nights. I need to get a metal detector like those jackasses who walk the beach all off-season. This house is only a front for a motherload of loot. Yeah. And now I transition to a piece from, I have a chapbook that's called Inspirative. That's all about how art and artists inspire me in different ways. And this is sort of about how inspiration can drive you to the brink. It's called In the Arena. The Guild of Lonely Troubadours staged a match in melancholy soundcraft. A tear-stained banner was flown in the howling sky, and broken blossoms carpeted the road into town. A ring was built in the city square, bounded by ropes of twisted catgut, sympathetic to the touch of the competitors as they did battle in the harshest of spotlights. In one corner, dressed in Carnaby motley, simultaneously there and yet not there, part vegetable / half man, stood Syd Barrett, whose swirling incense plasma bloom pulsed interstellar Zippo flash, a bicyclopedic kaleidoscope of warped toy gears and window pane, which helped reveal his tattooed brain, seconded by snappy gingerbread men with iced buckets of effervescing lemonade, jumbo pussy willows laced onto his mirror disc pickers, an infinity of pleasure that comes of no harm. That dead-eye look from the stool in the corner is not a psych-out, it's a freak-out, a leave of absinthe, brutally bottomless. In a quite quiet wood, his second scene lost, a madcap galloping backwards, dissembly line, a long gone a-wonderin' about if you would miss him. And in the opposite corner, all entwined with ripened fruit and flowering vines, river flow and summer rain, fallen leaves for lilac time, Nick Drake appears. Though painfully shy, a troubled cure for a troubled mind, a face that's fair to hide in, so pale and sincere, stone and tin. A rush of air, the canvas swells, sweet shadow boxing, orchestral, to sail to the sky where he belonged, lifting to his place in the clouds, with things he'd say, with thoughts unsound, a second grace not meant for him. I don't suppose it comes and goes, yet no one knows the way you are, but they'll stand and stare when you're gone. And station to station, Graham Parsons called, all the way from his room in Joshua Tree, to say he wanted the winner, or he could have meant the loser. Neither one of us could be sure. But Nick Drake was not able to answer the bell. A wintry city frozen clock chimed, and Syd Barrett turned and wandered away, 50 miles walk to his mother's house, and once he got there, he never came back out. Oh, muse of fire, do not consume me, but let me be a torch to reveal your glory. And this one's kind of stupid. And sometimes I write very stupid things, but it got published in a recent issue of Meat for Teeth, so it must be worth something. And it's called Macho Man Savage as Pitchman. Just snap, snap, snap into a Slim Jim. That cured meat snack calls my lips to smack. Art thou bored, my lord? Snap out of it. Need some refreshment? snap into it like you'd twist a neck, slap me on the rack, body slam the mat, an atomic drop with a whack from the bat upside the ringside bell. You step on a crack, break Hulk Hogan's back, dry as a bone and slick as a snake, salami, bologna, or pepperoni by the hair on my chin and a flashy head wrap. If you pay the price, I can sell that stick. Oh, yeah. I told you it was stupid. Okay.
I thought it was pretty intellectual first.
All right, everyone's got their own thing. So the piece that I'm going to finish with comes from my current chapbook that was mentioned to you. That's called The Graveyard of Memory. I have one copy of each one of these books in the desperate thought that someone might want one, but I'm perfectly all right. It's ballast for going home if nobody wants them. So, thank you. This piece is called Cave, and it has an epigraph. That proves that I'm a poet. Epigraph, one cave inward. Jack Kerouac, Mexico City Blues, 16th chorus. This is the space we escape to, a cavernous hiding place for what passes for reality these days. From the blasphemous lies of both imam and preacher man, entrenched bicameral partisanship, bloated imperial powers, and the thin blue chalk outline. While our heroes are dying off, the music on the radio's just an audition for a car commercial. Every place so thick with product placement, we struggle to come together as a tribe as once we did without even trying. This place pops open its jaws like a cold-blooded reptile at lunch and takes us in. Huck Finn, Tom, and Becky Thatcher on the run from vengeful Injun Joe without a blazing torch to light the way. God gives us the potential for both good and bad, but you must struggle in the dark to find the balance you can live with. The lights go down on our sense of control, and two soccer moms kiss each other with their tongues. Churning organ meat grinder stirs underworld metalloid rumble. Constant ship bells toll in my inner ear as the ghost boat's deck begins to sway. Lean necromancer shadow climbs the wall. Purgatorial lounge singer, slick with oil. Primordial drip dropped in brackish water. The bituminous beat which repeatedly throbs. A girl with her tits out descends the stair, so graceful our gazes turn vastly demure, while little Fats lap dances his closeted guy. Stalagmites and stalactites both endure to make a point. Battering ram of galvanic, brutal sound, misty light that's stained with blood and wine. Dank skin extrudes a brimstone stench of highway exit thunderclap. I stamp the blister out on my toe. Adhesive press-on fiberboard. Tramp black tar magma pothole patch. Straight down to China if I can. My lost love echoes from far off. I can't tell if I give a frack. Our host is filled with sweet contempt. Throws out the house to bring us back. Yeah. Thank you for listening.